to my first ever manga review. So Toilet Bound Hanako-kan, or just Hanako-kan, was the first ever manga I've ever read. I watched the anime first, and as of me making this video, it only has one season, that's 12 episodes. But in that short amount of time, I managed to get so hooked onto the story. I remember kind of debating on reading the manga at first, but then I googled how many books there are, and Google told me 13, and I thought that was it, like, oh, 13, end of story. So I said, fine, I'll read it, but only because you're short and I need to know how this ends. I need to know what happens. Little did I know that the story was still coming out as I was reading. So now I'm on book number 15 with 16 and 17 sitting in my Amazon wish list. Now, because I watched the anime first, I will talk about the anime first and then go into the manga. So Hanako, there's Hanako. So Hanako is a urban legend in Japan. Basically there's a ghost named Hanako and it haunts the bathrooms and you can summon them and she'll grant you a wish, but they will take something in return as payment for your wish. Kind of like a, I can't say the word, B!00dy Mary. That's what it kind of reminds me of. And just like Mary, there's like 1,010,000 different ways to, quote, summon him. Enter Nene Yashiro. Right here, Nene. Nene is the second main character and is the one to summon Hanako. Nene summons Hanako for a wish, and in return Nene becomes his assistant. Now Hanako in the story, yeah, he's on that cover, in the story, rules over 6 other ghosts, also known as Wonders of the School. He rules over them all. And we do get to see these other ghosts. Like the Mokai, these cute little bunny creatures. Look at them. Cute little bunny creatures. We do meet some of the other wonders or ghosts, like Tsuchigamori, the right here, the 5th wonder, who is in charge of what's called the 4 o'clock library, which has all the students' life books in them. There is a mystery element to this story, because there, among all the 7 wonders, there is a traitor. And it's up to Hanako and Nene to find out who it is, and along the way they do meet other characters, like, he's in here somewhere. It's spelled K-O-U, I think it's just pronounced Kaio. I don't know. In my brain, every time I read it as Koi, but I know that's not his name. He's right here, here's him, and then there's his brother, him and his brother. He is a exorcist in training. We do meet other characters, like Mitsuba. Like Mitsuba right here, who is another ghost. does end on a cliffhanger, and the last episode, 3HLL of Mirrors, yeah, it leaves on a cliffhanger. And by the time I finished the end of the anime, by the time I reached episode 12, I was ready. I was more than hungry for more. I was so invested into the story. I need to know how this ends. I am addicted. I do want to talk about the art style before diving into the manga, because the art style for the anime, as you can see on my shirt, and the art style for the manga are they look very different. So in the anime, there's not a lot of animation. It literally looks like someone just took the manga panels and then just colored them in, moved them around a bit, and that was it. And it kind of reminds me very much of a web comic rather than an actual anime with a budget. And when I first saw this, I kind of thought, well, maybe, the story's good, a 10 out of 10 on story. When I saw this, I kind of thought that whoever was making it didn't have a whole lot of budget to work with. So that's why it looks like that. Now, the voice acting. Chef's kiss. Especially Hanako. I was watching the English dub, by the way. I love Hanako's voice. It's very fitting. I love Yashiro's voice too. Her voice fits her very, very well too. But yeah, Hanako, the stuff he says made me blush so hard. Even in the manga, the stuff he said made me blush hard. Like, bright red face. I've never had a book make me blush before. Like, I've had animes make me blush. I've had TV shows and stuff but never a book. That's how you know you have good characters. Yeah, I've never had a book make me blush before. Getting back to the art style. Getting back to the art style, there's a lot of details in the manga that don't translate well into the anime. Like, the details in here are absolutely immaculate. Can I lay this up here without anything happening? Okay. Like here, look at the details in Yashiro's hair. Up here, like look at all those details. Look, you can see each individual strand. You can see the fish scales on her. Look at her bow. Look at all the little stripes in her bow. Look at her face. Another perfect example, this whole page right here. Look at all the little details. Look at Hanako's cape swooshing, the little shards of glass everywhere. It's so beautiful. Look at this one. Look at her face. Look at the details in the hair. Look at her. Just look at her. Her hair's going every direction and all these little details. And look at her. Look at her outfit. Look how it just flows because she's moving. She's in action. And all those little details get lost once it gets colored in. Once the anime will take these panels, color them in, and then all those little textures, little strands, you can't see them anymore because it's colored in. And it's not just in the manga too. The covers have so much little details. Look at the hands. Hands, like as an artist, hands are evil. They are so hard to draw, but like, look. There's one, like, look at his. Like drawing hands like this, or like easy. Drawing hands like this, difficult. Drawing them like this, like if I'm holding something, if I'm giving you something, if I'm going at you, next to impossible to draw. But yeah. And also something else I've noticed, just looking at the covers and in the anime, the artist is only using warm colors. So for my non-artist friends who are watching who don't know what I'm talking about, warm colors are like yellows, reds, oranges, you know, think fire, you know, warm. And if you've ever been in a art class or whatever, you're always told that your highlights have to be a warm color and then your shadows have to be a cool color being your blues, purples, blacks, you know, cool colors. And yeah, your highlights have to be warm and then your shadows have to be cool, unless you're in a dark place or sitting by a fire. In that case, your shadows are going to be warm because it's a reflection of the fire and everything else is going to be cool. But here, everything's warm. Everything is warm on warm on warm. Even the cool colors are warm. Like, the background here is purple. Purple is a cool color, correct? But it is a very light, warm, it is a very warm purple. Hanako's uniform is brown. Brown is a dark color, therefore a cool color. But instead of it being like a dark brown, it is a very light, warm chocolate brown. Same thing here. Blue is a cool color. This is a bright blue. This is a light blue. This is warm. His cape, underneath of it, warm purple. Like, it's all warm. It's warm on warm on warm. Okay, now if you're thinking I just watched the anime and I don't want to read what I just saw, the anime, because it's only 12 episodes, it only goes up to book 5. There are small differences between the anime and the manga, like chapters 9 and 10 were completely scrapped from the anime, even though they're like extremely important to the story. So if you're looking to read the manga, you do need to start from the beginning, unless you want to miss out important details. But anyway, I highly recommend the anime. I don't even know like if I had to put it in a genre, I don't even know what I would put it in, because I guess there is a mystery element to it, so I'll put it in like a mystery, supernatural comedy, because there are some funny parts in it. But yeah, if that's your thing, I highly recommend this anime/manga to you. Anyway, thanks for watching.